suddenly will be. You know, you're kind of going to match the environment that you're around. You know, not to just dog on somebody for not being jacked, but you know, not everybody is going to be particularly supportive of shit that you want to do, and you got to kind of be able to have the balls to do what you want to do, regardless of that, right? You don't need everybody's fucking authorization, and you don't need everybody's approval to do some shit, you know, and odds are, anybody that does anything cool gets a fucking crazy amount of backlash. You know, name one notable person in any field, in anything, where they're literally a top dog. Name one person who gets like zero random backlash, especially online, you know, so that's where you gotta be a little bit more fucking tough. And if you have a clear view, if you got a clear view, if you have a clear image of something that you want to achieve, and you know that it's gonna be cool, in what world do you need to listen to anybody else tell you, like, nah, don't do that, that's stupid. Why are you doing that, man? Right? And this is a little bit dicey, a little bit divisive to say, but dude, a classic fucking example. Man, it's a fucking drinking, dog. If you got a crew of dudes every weekend on the regular Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're out. They're slamming. I'm talking blackout drunk. No, I'm not saying everybody does that, of course, but for the guys that do, and, you know, for the friend group, or for like the cliques that go and do that, how many times are you going to be able to hear, like, dude, why aren't you drinking, bro? What the fuck? Why aren't you drinking? How many times do you want to really be around an environment while your buddies are telling that to you? Now, I'm not saying everybody's like that, but for the most part, you know, let's say you're a badass lifter, or even just a fucking athlete, you know, if your actual physical performance is something you're trying to maximize, be it for, like, you know, athleticism, lifting, or even just general fucking, you know, kind of health in a way. You know, I'm no health nut, but I know that taxing my internal organs with fucking, you know, nights out is not going to be cohesive with any fucking gains whatsoever. Really the actual fucking opposite. You know, how often are you going to be able to hear, like, dude,